Freedom Podcast, Ep.1. We finally got the equipment.
I'm excited, guys.
We got Jay, we got Jagger, we got Ryan, we got Donnie. All right, let's jump right into it. Projects this year. What was your feedback? Challenges.
High volume, it was a lot to learn, learning curves. Fun.
Yeah.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got to take a look at them the last time.
Oh, hell yeah.
A couple of video walkthroughs.
Yeah, for me, being my first year with Freedom, wasn't expecting this much volume or just how much we've, grown and really, from what I've seen from day one of oh yeah, we have 7 or 8 flips going on, then 10 to 15, and then now looking at 4 families. It's just cool to see the growth of buying in different states, and how Ryan and Jay break down the renovations, because Ronnie and I don't really see anything nearly as well. So it's just cool.
How much is that reno? 20, Jay. Yeah. That shit's 40, Ronnie.
I would say the biggest thing about the projects for me is just seeing how much it costs to do nothing. Even we were just running, numbers today, something you think might be 5,000-10,000 of cleaning out could easily be 30,000-40,000 with just changing the floors, painting, and the labor. So that's definitely a big eye opener for me.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you don't get I feel like the only way you learn how to do it is just asking Jay how much does this cost? How much does that cost? And you start kind of learning that's all right. Like you said, I didn't know that was going to cost that much money to do.
Yeah, and the cool thing is what I've learned from Jay is he'll use other projects as an idea of how that scope of work would look, right? You have a split level in Rahway, similar square footage. You can kind of use those other ones we've done as an idea of how that renovation is going to go. Yeah. So that's just kind of how I run my numbers.
Yes. Some of those houses, they're very repetitive. If it's the same style home and you're doing it again, it's a lot of rinse and repeat for it. And the scope in the end is going to be very, very similar, and maybe even the budget. It gets a little bit more intricate when you start changing the scope or there's added work to be done. Then from there, obviously the cost and the budget's going to change in the project.
Yeah, that's funny how Jay could compare other projects to other projects, but I can't because then I get made fun of.
Everything's not a cape, Ronnie.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's all I got to learn.
Right, he's got to stay in his lane.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, your boy's just trying to learn how to count projects correctly.
That's it. So Ryan, what was your take on this year's projects?
That was fun. It's up and down. Market was crazy on the COVID, but all in all, it's still post-COVID, but there's a lot going on. Expanding to Florida.
Yeah, how many projects we got in Florida now?
5.
Yeah,
could be 5. So we have we have 3. 3 in the last 6 months. We picked up 3, and then we have another 2 on the contract. So starting next week, we'll have 5 total in Florida.
That's so crazy.
And managing remotely is a whole other thing. I like touching things, being at the projects, a little more involved in it.
Yeah,
that's a whole learning curve for me, is trying to deal with contractors remotely. And
so how are you seeing the properties? Are you doing FaceTime?
Yeah, a little bit of FaceTime, photo updates. Just general conversation with the contractors and stuff, but it's a different feel when you're not seeing it yourself and you have a high bar and a high standard to finish these projects at. It's hard to get that feel sometimes just through photo or FaceTime.
That's so wild.
It's crazy. So
yeah, we also got boots on the ground too. That helps.
You need it.
Yeah,
you need it.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
So Ronnie, what was your take on this year's projects and what we did so far?
Yeah, it was cool. I got to see I'm seeing our growth. It's the wildest thing ever. From doing remember our board? It was just 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 6 deals in boxes.
Yeah.
Right, and now to you guys don't even see the properties till we acquire them most of the time.
Yeah, we're at that point. You guys do such a good job with the acquisition end of it and analyzing it and getting a estimated scope and budget together.
Yeah.
It helps facilitate the process. Now we're doing kind of buying without even taking a look or a walkthrough, really.
Yeah,
at least on the project end.
Yeah.
You guys are getting a feel for it a little bit when you're meeting with the seller. But different from my end, from the way it was.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I remember when I started, I would like tag you guys in the analysis and be like, yo, like what's the ARV? And it's like not even close to being a deal. So it's cool now. Like we're only bringing things to like Ryan and Jay when it's either like a deal or about to be. And we kind of just need their expertise on like the renovation or the ARV side of it when they've seen more houses, you know, that might need work. When I'm like, oh, this thing looks good. And he's like, no, it's not even close. So.
Albemarle was the first property you guys that I got that you guys never saw before I got it. That was freaky to me because I remember Ryan was like, yeah, like what you think? And I was like, you want? I don't have pictures. He's like, you want to come see? He's like, no, what you think? Like, I was like, I don't know. He's like, what do you think the reno is? You know? And I was like, that's like 80. What was the reno on that one? The final reno?
It was well over 100. I gotta go back and look at the spreadsheet. But
Yeah.
So you were off.
Oh. In my defense,
but to your defense, we did have some change orders. We added some stuff on that originally weren't part of the scope.
Yeah.
And in the end, I thought it came out great.
It was a beautiful
project.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a great project.
Yeah.
It was a cape that we ended up adding a full bath.
Yeah.
Central air conditioning in there. Some
Yeah.
added changes that weren't part of the
sunroom.
Sunroom
That we finished. That was a pretty cool touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's true. But besides that, it's just cool to you barely get to see most of the time, especially like when you're like an employee for a company, you don't get to see like me personally, I never got to see like something like grow. But like since I was a part of the growth, you kind of invest more into it, you know?
Not for sure.
It's pretty cool. What about for next year? What are you guys looking forward to?
What are you pointing at?
Pointing at Ryan if you guys aren't looking at the
Hey,
video.
where you gonna be living next year?
It's supposed to be Florida. And I got a place in Utah, so we'll see where it goes.
Ryan's on a week-to-week basis. He's not committing.
He's month to month.
Got definitely commitment issues. But yeah, probably be down in Florida at least 3 months out of the year, I would say. Probably be out west another month or two. And then Northeast for the summers.
There it
That's
is.
the plan.
There it is.
There it is.
I mean, plan a year ahead, but we'll see where life goes. But that's
Yeah, weren't you supposed to go away and you get hit with, 5 closings in a week?
That's what happened. Yeah, so I was supposed to go away next week, Christmas break, after Christmas, shoot up to Killington on Tuesday. But now we may get hit with like 3 or 4 deals end of the year, so I'll probably push that back.
Yeah.
And just pull off the New Year's Eve, weekend bender.
If that.
We'll
We'll see what happens. I think you got like 2 cooking.
Yeah, I got a couple cooking.
I got like 3 cooking. So
Ryan's about to be busy.
there goes New Year's.
That's it. That's the game. That's the game we're in. But we love it though. That's
No, it's a game for it. It's a great, like, complex, big, complicated game that we get to like play. Right.
Yeah, and the cool thing is when you're in it like full time or just you enjoy it, we all do. When me and Ronnie don't get a deal for like 3 weeks, we feel like we're on an island and that we're not doing something right. And sometimes it's just like Ryan says, a roller coaster of ups and downs, and it's gonna happen, So it's just like staying ready for it. So it's cool to see like we had a good month now, and then we calm down, and then we have like a bad week, and we're like stressing out. So it's funny to see how it works.
Yeah. Do you guys ever have that? Like you two looking like looking at us
I get what you guys go through. Like, at least I try to get what you guys go through.
Yeah.
Because, you're obviously looking for that next deal and you don't want that lull. But from the project end of it, it doesn't seem like it ever stops. So there's always something going on. Just when I have the logistics and the proper planning planned out, the construction schedule set, we'll get hit with 15 inches of snow in January, and it'll throw a whole curveball into everything I had planned, delivery schedules, and so for me, the lull could be almost like a deep breath. But for you guys, I get it, like where you want to get that next one. You don't want that lull. We want to continue to grow.
My biggest fear is like me and Ronnie. You're like Jagger, Ronnie. What's the next one? Because then it's like, all right, like Jay's
my guys are wrapping up here.
Jay's doing the hard part of actually getting these projects done. My guys are wrapping up. Let's make sure that he has another 10 to come to, so that we don't have to, worry about the.
Yeah. If we're out here trying to wholesale a property because like our guys are way too spread out, that's where we want to be, as opposed to like you guys hitting us up like, yo, you got anything in the pipeline? Like, I got these guys. Now that we got like Seth on board, we want to make sure we're constantly feeding Seth.
Yeah, for sure.
That's always in our mind. For sure. And then how's it been for you, like, with all these projects, like on the capital raising end and dealing more with like banks and all that?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So the private's a little easier. Banks, we're just getting into, I guess, towards the end of the year, talking to a few. But, I mean, they're paying for what we do. Yeah. But I think with all the rentals now coming into full circle, I think that's the route, obviously, the progression where you go. So I think in 2022 and beyond, we might be able to do like a bunch of portfolio stuff with the rentals and find 1 or 2 banks locally to end up working with us. But on the private side, I mean, we built a good network there. So I think that's building constantly, always looking for more as we grow. But it's been a good flow on that end.
Is there ever enough capital?
Never.
There it is, guys. No, I always wonder that. I'm like, oh, like if you got like $5 million, like is that enough?
I mean, let me refer to that. There is like sometimes you get. I mean, I know people get to a point where there may be too many projects going on and too much capital where you have to take a step back and not take it because you don't want to take money that you don't want to use or obviously over leverage. So there is too much money.
Gotcha.
People can get in trouble that way. So
yeah, that's true.
Makes sense.
All right. And then what are you looking forward to next year?
It's a great question. I'm looking forward to another year of just getting deals, trying to maximize our efficiency, right? So try to get more deals, maybe work less where we can do other things to create more deals, right? Like if it's, us chopping it up on the podcast or us, going to more wholesale appointments or just being around, people in real estate. So my goal is to just, get more deals and, find more efficient ways to kind of get them done and have, as much fun and more while we're doing it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Same here. Like I told you all the time, like I don't see it crazy that me and you each can produce like $1 million, whether we have to wholesale more, anything like that. But we're both fully capable of producing that much. Michael, who's not here, but one day will be over there. On the Zoom.
Maybe in the summertime he'll be over here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Hopefully. And it'll be super random. He will just see his van one day, like for a meeting. Oh, shit, Michael's here.
Yeah, that's the freedom he got.
Yeah,
He's just able to
yeah.
go travel and do what I want to do. But he runs the marketing for us. So
exactly. And Mike set us up perfect now, even to the point where we have like a lead manager that takes down a bulk of our like calls to the point where like we're just Mariano now.
Yeah, we're just coming in to close the deal or push them away, and that helps because now we're only talking to people that are like seriously interested. Yeah. So then now we might only have 5 conversations a day, but they're 5 quality conversations instead of 15, 10, 12 people aren't even interested, and then 2 or 3 good ones. Where now we can run more analysis and just kind of do other things to create some deals.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this much, America. There's not a better lead manager I know than Jagger right here.
Wow.
that's true.
Wow, that's crazy. On live air, he just said that. Guys, I'll take it. I'm a great lead manager, but I'm a better closer. So that's where I'm going to stay.
And Jay, how's been the fit with like you and Seth kind of growing? And
I think it's been great. Seth's a hustler. He's constantly working hard. He makes my job easier.
No.
Jay, sorry to cut you off. What is Seth doing right like for us right now?
Well, he's handling a lot of the logistics and deliveries and the crew at the projects. So he is the boots on the ground. He's there day to day, and he's bouncing around. We have a lot going on. He's bouncing around from project to project, and he's handling a lot. Anything that I can't handle remotely, he's handling on site. He's dealing with a lot of the trades, a lot of the contractors as well. So it's for us, it's super helpful, and it's going to help us grow and build out the team. For sure.
And then it helps you take a step back where you can kind of oversee now more projects
for
instead of being
and
in.
It allows us to be able to handle the volume. It allows us to be able to keep scaling, handling more and more projects, growing out that crew.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Because, Ryan was just telling me, right, like that you said 10 projects was easy peasy at this point. So me and Jagger have the green light to get you another 10, right?
I embrace it at this point. I'll figure out a way.
Jay's like, I'll figure it out.
Figure out a way. I'm looking forward to the multi-families, the 4 families.
Yeah.
I love the development projects. I think they're a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, we got a cool project, Dayton. Like, how's that project been?
Yeah, it's an add level. It was an existing 1-story ranch. So now we're raising it up to it's almost a new construction at this point.
It's crazy.
And we got a similar project like that we're kicking off in the planning stages in Rahway as well. So I'm looking forward to that one. I think I don't know. There's something about them that a little more interesting than straightforward like fix and flips.
Yeah, same old thing.
Yeah, it's like a year's worth of work, right?
That's what it is. There's a lot of planning, township involvement, which isn't always ideal, but with that comes this, product in the end that is virtually new construction.
Yeah.
Something that, like the Dayton project is something that we haven't done yet. So it's to see it. You guys will see it like next week or the week after.
I can't wait.
We'll do a video update on it as well. It'll
I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah, terrible timing, but the cleaning lady's out next week.
All right.
This week.
Holiday
so,
week.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
So,
We'll time it right for the new year.
Yeah, but we'll definitely be doing a walkthrough. I can't wait for that walkthrough.
Yeah, we'll give everybody a nice video walkthrough on
That's
it.
gonna be
Finished
nice.
product. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So Jay, you saying add-on levels is like your favorite project? We should just go out and
Well,
look for those.
it's part of the growth, and I think from a margin standpoint, I think there's a lot, especially in that Edison area. I think there's definitely a lot there. A lot of the existing homes there are single-story ranches. I think there's a lot of room for improvement and value adds, and that's definitely a focus of ours is those value add opportunities.
No, for sure.
So when we were looking at Dayton, I guess as an example, was there an opportunity to kind of just do a cosmetic flip, make some money on it, wholesale it? Like what made us kind of take this one on as an add level?
I know for one, we were kind of fishing for one, right? Because remember, New Durham, we were kind of like already like, ooh, like, we were kind of dabbling with it.
I think that area calls for it. I mean, we're not the first in the market to do something like that. That's something that was kind of established from other investors and other developers there. So we're kind of following that footprint for it.
Gotcha.
It's true.
Yeah, I think the ARV dictated that, and then we just had to follow the process to get there, and that was the development, that second level to the square footage.
Yeah, I mean the house next door is like at a level you could tell in a brand new house.
Well, yeah, and even 2 doors down now, they're doing a whole nother red level over there. So that neighborhood, it seems like it follows the format a little bit.
Okay,
makes sense.
Yeah,
and the commercial development, I don't know if you guys have been out there recently. It's
bananas.
It's unbelievable over there. That's where Topgolf is. Tommy's Tap, they make it over there. They made a Chick-fil-A.
Jose Tejas is over there.
One is highly developed area over there.
Yeah, and there's always like construction happening too. So it makes sense. Got you. All right. Any specific goals for next year, Ryan, for Freedom?
I was going to discuss that next week.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess anything comes to mind right now?
Yeah.
I have a few, but just curious on what you guys' thoughts are.
Gotcha.
For next year, the Airbnb thing I'm excited about. Like dabbling in that area. For me, anything new, I'm impulsive. So anything new, I'll be like, oh, let's do it.
We got a taste of it with Seaside.
Yeah, exactly. I'm heading down to the Seaside house this weekend, like to celebrate Christmas down there, which is pretty cool. Which goes back to like our freedom thing, right? Like I know for sure, like I came in not banking on like I'm gonna be a millionaire easy. It was more like I could get the freedom of like a millionaire like right away. Like I'm in, So yeah, I'm excited about the Airbnb. What about you guys?
I'm excited to keep dabbling into Florida, see where that market takes us. I know there's a lot of, it's a growing area, and I feel like we could definitely, have some more resources out there, kind of see where that takes us. And I'm on the same page with you. The Airbnb, it's fun. We're already looking into another market for it. Yeah. So I'm just excited to kind of see where that takes us. And it's fun for us with acquisitions. We're getting the deals, so now we can look at them as a different way, as an Airbnb instead of just a rental or a flip. So it just adds more to our repertoire.
Yeah, I guess underwriting is going to be like one of our biggest challenges that comes with that, though.
Yeah, because now we have to take into consideration: are we looking at us as a flip? Are we looking at us as an Airbnb? And then Airbnb is a little different, right? You need everything completely finished and furnished, and then some other things like I don't even know that would be needed for it until you actually go and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Why Florida?
Why Florida?
You looking to move there?
I like Florida. I'm not making any statements right now, but nah, yeah, I like it. I like that. It's not too far. It's a few-hour flight away. You can kind of go there during the winter and be here during the summer. I like the flexibility of it, and a lot of people are buying and selling out there, and I just feel like it's a good place to be.
Makes sense. About you, anything for next year that you're looking forward to, or any goals?
These multifamilies, the 4 families.
Yeah.
If we have that one coming up, if we could have another one after that, I think it's going to be interesting projects.
Yeah.
And then the idea is still developing and doing the ad levels out here in Rahway and anything else that we come across, Piscataway, whatever it might be.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So I would have never guessed that. For you.
Well, it's something different. I think it's like a growth stand. I feel like from the fix and flips, it's like something a little different. So, what's the next biggest thing? And then maybe after the 4 family, it's something else. So maybe a larger scale development project, whatever it is. I feel like that's the steps I want to take it rather than just staying with the single family capes. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like Roselle.
Yeah, Roselle, whatever. like it would be the idea is to grow, to grow.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I like it. What about you, Ronnie?
No, just like I said, the Airbnbs for me. And I just want to see how good we are, me and you. I'm just curious to see like how we could pull off having 2 acquisition managers that could produce as much as we possibly can while everyone else has one. I think we kind of ironed out a bunch of things. So I'm just curious to see like how good we can be. Like both of us, like if you're on fire, like I'm kind of like working leads. If I'm on fire, you're like, so I want to see what it looks like me and you, like just killing it.
Locking it up weekly, which is fun.
So yeah.
You guys want your own show?
I mean, I don't want to throw in a plug. Yeah.
Well, I can throw in a plug for you guys.
Go for it.
I can throw in a plug for Jay and Ron. As you can see, Jay and Ron, the acquisition team. Check them out on YouTube. They got some nice videos.
There it is.
There it is. But just to touch on the freedom aspect, like something I loved about it is that like Ryan, Jay, and Ronnie, just talking about it. Like I remember they were talking about Florida. They're like, oh yeah, we might stop by in here. Like, where do you like to be? I like this part of Florida. I like this part. They started going out there, taking a look, and then in like 2 months, oh yeah, we got one under contract, and it's like, oh, like we're actually really buying out there, like it's happening. So it's something from like just a casual conversation to actually just going to do it, which I love. Just people being about what they say they're gonna do. So that's something I feel like a lot of people don't do, and it's cool to see that everybody in Freedom kind of takes that. Like Mike, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go move and just travel the world and do the marketing. For
Mike's
wherever.
reckless.
I haven't seen Mike in like 3 months, and he's just leads are still coming in. So
Yeah.
it's cool to see.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, we never touched on that. He actually lives out of a van. He's doing the van life. He's out in Florida. He's probably been there for what, 4 months now?
Yeah, 4 or 5 months.
Bouncing around campsites.
Wow.
So yeah, I think he told me last night I had a call with him. He said he's going out west after this week.
Oh,
So,
I thought he was gonna make a pit stop over here.
No, I think he's going straight west. Well, he has the event in Nashville on the 12th.
Okay.
The 7-figure one, but
Yeah.
But I think he's trying to fly to that. But I think he may leave Florida in general, go out west, and then I guess figure it out from there.
That's wild. That's pretty cool though.
Might meet me in Utah in February.
There it is.
There it is.
It's awesome.
It's all part of the plan. What you got for next year?
With Jax? Oh, next year?
Yeah.
A lot of what you said. Definitely the Airbnb. We're trying to make, like we always say, we make it a lifestyle business here. So I think having like multiple, different states, that's where we're going. So now we're in Florida. Got about 5 or 6 there we'll have. And then 2 of those will be Airbnbs. We got the Seaside new construction. That's Airbnb down the shore.
Mm-hmm.
And we also expanded into Pennsylvania
Gotcha.
this month. So we're trying to pick up like maybe 5 to 10 Airbnbs in 2022 out there. So
That's exciting.
Yeah, super exciting.
So it's a lot of, the Airbnb stuff is definitely interesting. That it might lead to less flipping, I think, all around. I think maybe scale back on the flipping, do a little bit more wholesaling,
Mm-hmm.
hit up different states, and then do some bigger new construction and like 4 families. We might have that 4 family coming in this month, and then possibly another after that.
Yeah.
So you got, I guess that's the growth.
Yeah.
Going from a little bit less flipping. It's flipping very active. I mean, we enjoy it, but it's definitely a lot going on, especially once you hit 10, 20 projects at a time. It's never ending. So I think we're going more into like more passive managerial Airbnb route. I think that's where we're at.
Yeah.
I'm at least.
Yeah.
I like it.
Exciting stuff, man. Yeah. It's just exciting. Like our doors like doubled this year, like in terms of rentals. AJ?
No, I was gonna say even with the Airbnb though, to get it to the point of the Airbnb, it's still a flip.
Yeah.
Like we have to still go through that whole renovation process and planning and project planning and all that stuff to get it to that point.
Yeah.
So like I feel like those renovations and getting to the ARV that we need or the finished product or whatever it might be for any of those Airbnbs we try to get a premium product on the market, it takes a great deal of effort just to get there and a great deal of renovation to get there.
Yeah.
So
No,
but
for
it's fun.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely exciting.
And I think a good point is like we look at it as an Airbnb, but every time me and Ronnie know our numbers, and you guys always tell me it's like look for multiple exit strategies because like it might not work as that, and you want to make sure you have something like if we think you can flip the house and you're not making there's no spread on it, and then you're gonna run it as an Airbnb and it doesn't work, like you're kind of stuck. So I always try to see like what's other exit strategies can we use. So like even if it makes sense as an Airbnb, I remember the one in Florida, it makes sense in Sarasota as an Airbnb, but the flip numbers make sense as well, just in case we had to go out and sell it. So that's something I always like to take into account.
No, for sure. The more exit strategy, the better you hedge, right? So
There it is.
especially in times like this, like, oh, that's another thing. Damn, already kind of passed, but I'm just curious. How was it like managing projects like in the peak of COVID?
The townships made it interesting as far as inspections. There was a lot of restrictions and stuff like that with the townships, and some of the guys on the construction crew ended up getting sick for a little bit, so it delayed. The timelines got delayed a little bit, and materials, sourcing stuff, everything was a little slower than usual.
Yeah,
and you could even see it now. There's an uptick in cost for it, and timelines have changed for certain materials and sourcing materials, but. We still managed. It's still going.
Yeah, a lot of people probably stopped what they were doing.
Oh, for
They were like,
sure.
what the heck's going on?
I think we took like a week break, right? And then we met at Albemarle. I already remember I was seeing these guys. I was like, I feel like I haven't seen them in months. I was so excited.
Ronnie full N95 on.
Yeah. Because Amaris made me do it. She's like, wear a mask. I was like, they're good. We're good.
Ratted her out. Wow.
There it is.
I'm a snitch.
This guy. Go drink egregious.
All right, guys. Any closing statements before we close out?
Now you guys just better be tuning in next week for some more content.
Yeah, for sure. Excited to do this. Excited to bond with my guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, guys. Have a good one. Happy holidays, right?
Yep.
Happy holidays,
Happy
guys.
holidays.
Yeah.
Catch you guys next time.
Later.